You're checking out Willie D Live.
You started running first or you started rapping first?
I actually started, people don't know, but I started rapping first.
Is that right?
Yeah, I started rapping when I was like 6, 7. I was really young. I have a story. You know the 2XL robot back in the day, the trivial questions?
No, I missed
No? 2XL robot? Oh, anyway.
No, I didn't play with toys.
It was a trivial robot. And so my mom had got it for me, and I like flew through all the trivial stuff, and then I just went and bought like a bunch of blank tapes and started recording myself.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like 7 or 8 when I did that.
Really?
Yeah.
But would you? I mean, you bought this with your own money, or you?
Well, the robot was, my mom bought it for me as a Christmas gift for me to study and to do like educational things on it and do the trivial questions. And I flew through all the questions and I answered them back and forth. And then I got tired of the questions, so then I went and bought some blank tapes.
Right.
And I started recording, and one song that I remember I recorded too was Coolio Dangerous Minds. That was the first song I actually like recorded to, the instrumental.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, your mom is from New Orleans, your dad is from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, my mom's from the Ninth Ward in New Orleans, and my dad's from Puerto Rico.
Ninth Ward, that's pretty gangster.
Yeah, hell 9.
Yeah. So how did that happen? Did they tell you the story how they met?
Oh, well, they met in Pomona.
Which is where you're from.
Where's where I'm born, yeah.
Right.
They were factory workers. My mom was a factory worker, and my dad was a factory worker, and they met way back then, and they got married.
Yeah, the steamy relationship.
Yeah.
I had to throw that in there.
Right.
So tell me this, what type of kid were you growing up? Like, you seem very active. I mean, you always got something going on.
Yeah. Oh, I was a major tomboy.
Right.
Yeah, super tomboy. Always been athletic, and I was a bit of a troublemaker. Right. I got arrested at 13 for stealing.
Stealing what?
Just everything. I don't know. Me and my friends would just do crazy stuff. But I got into track and field because it really became an outlet for me. And it was a way for me to, like, I guess, be able to express myself in a way. Because I did it through music at first. I was, like I said, I was recording and writing lyrics. And I remember my mom had found this entire notebook of lyrics. And she was like, what the hell is this?
Right.
And after that, it was a wrap for me. I couldn't really even write anymore because my mom was not having it.
And I guess the track training and all that stuff came in handy when you would steal.
Yeah, it was funny. I got caught. Are you familiar with California at all?
Of course.
Cerritos Mall. Me and my friend got caught stealing out of Robinson's May at Cerritos Mall when I was junior high.
I gotta admit, I don't know where Cerritos Mall is. What part of where is
It's
that?
near Long Beach. It's like basically Long Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how far is that in proximity to Pomona?
It's about 20 minutes away.
Right.
Yeah.
So where are we going with this now? So are you done with track?
No. Like I said, I competed for over 20 years of my life.
Right.
And I've competed in 2 Olympic Games, a couple World Championships, and I have all 4 national records for the country of Puerto Rico. So for me, just to like walk away right now, at one point I wanted to retire, but I had to reevaluate everything. And for me, I really just want to, I feel like I have one more Olympic cycle in me, but the training's going to definitely be different. It's not going to be the same. I'm not going to be training 6 times a week. I cut back and I'm training maybe 3 times a week now. And I actually feel a lot better because my body's able to rest. I'm able to recover from intense workouts versus me training every day, hammering my body.
Right.
So, and I'm older now. I'm 31. And when I was like 21, that was cool for me to train every day. But I mean, it's in my system now. Like, I've been running for over 20 years, and my regimen, my diet regimen, everything is like pretty much embedded in me now. So now I'm doing it part-time, I guess you can say, but it's crazy because I'm running faster now.
Right.
So it gives me more time to focus on the music and focus on everything else as well. So I'm really excited about how this year is going so far.
So the 200, that's your thing, right? 204, it was 400?
Yeah, well, I started off as a 100-meter, 200-meter runner initially, and then when I was at USC, my coach threw me in the 400, and I ended up being really good in the 400. And
which one do you have the records in?
At USC or in Puerto Rico?
No, I'm saying it's, both.
Okay, at USC, I hold the 200 record, who was set by Inger Miller, who's a gold medalist in the 4 Olympics, and I have the 400-meter record and the 4x1 record.
Okay, now how did that happen? How did she get the damn gold and you?
Well, she set
beat
that
her
back.
record?
She set that back in the 80s, and so she set that record before I
She
was
got
born.
faster.
Huh?
So she got faster.
Well, times were a little bit different back then. The way things are now, like girls are running faster
They're
now.
running faster.
Yeah, they're running a
Exactly.
little bit faster now. Like that time that I ran at 22.2 could still be a medal, not necessarily gold, because girls are running like 21
Yeah.
high now. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them are running 21 high.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you suspect that some of them are using drugs?
Yeah, for sure.
Performance enhancement?
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
I had Carl Lewis on the show, and Carl was pretty candid about his suspicions.
Yeah, I definitely, because I mean, honestly, like people on the outside don't know. They just see like these, wonderful runners running these crazy times. But if you think about it, the human body and anatomy does not allow somebody to run these fast times over and over and over again without your body breaking down. You know what I'm saying? Like for somebody to run like 21 seconds, like every time they run, or run it at least 4 or 5 times a year, that's really hard on your body to do naturally without any type of performance enhancing drug. So I definitely believe that there are people, men and women, taking drugs for sure in the sport.
I'm gonna tell you, like, it's beautiful to see them run, though. Like I know a lot of people. I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but there are some people that suspect Usain Bolt is using.
Right.
And Carl's. I guess his rationale behind the whole uses or his suspicions of Usain using was that he said that for years United States dominated and they were on top, and then all of a sudden you got a small country like Jamaica come out of nowhere,
Right.
and just start blowing everybody out of the water.
Right.
I had never really think about it, but he's right. I mean,
Right.
you know,
I mean, I
Jamaica-
feel like it works both ways. Like there's people from the U.S. who were using it at some point as well. Like during the 80s, they said the 80s was a whole like drug era.
Right.
You had people from Canada, Ben Johnson. You had all these different people
Right, right.
on drugs. And I think, honestly, you have to just look at the breakdown of the sport and see, like, you know, how was this person running? What were they running a year ago? What were they running 2 years ago? You have to kind of research. Like,
Right.
for instance, the South African kid who broke the world record at the last Olympics. This guy came out of nowhere and beat 2 world-class athletes who I'm friends with out of nowhere and just ran basically 42 seconds. He ran 43 flat and broke Michael Johnson's record. And that looks suspicious because it's kind of like, well, where did he come from? And supposedly he trains with like his 75-year-old grandmother. So I'm like, should I train with his 75-year-old
I
grandmother?
get in. I get some of that.
I know. So, I
Well,
mean,
what's your personal best in the 200?
in the 200, 22.2 is my personal best. Almost 21. 22.2.
Okay. And what about the 400?
51.30. That's not my best race. I would say the 200
Right.
is more. I'm more of a 200 meter runner.
Right.
Yeah, I ran that with a pulled hamstring. So, but 22.2 is my best time.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, how does this work? Like, how does this working out thing and being so dedicated to a sport? I would imagine that, putting in the kind of work that you have to put in for your training, that you wouldn't have a whole lot of time for relationships. I mean,
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of dedication, a lot of discipline. You have to have a strict regimen, diet, training, sleeping, weight, everything. And so relationship wise, you kind of have to be selfish in a bit. You just have to find somebody. For me, like, it's about being with somebody who understands the grind. You can't have somebody who's always like worried about why you might not have time for them per se.
Right.
Usually it's the opposite way around. Most women feel like they want the time and they're needy, but I'm not the needy type. I'm more so like focused on my career and stuff. And so it's about being with somebody who understands that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I see a lot of girls out there when they're running after the meet, especially the girls who are on the same team. It's a lot of hugging and
Yeah.
oh, girl. I mean, how real is that? Like when you out there on the track and you running and you get third place, she gets second or first,
Right.
and you just y'all just.
It depends. See, now it
How real
depends.
is
It
that?
depends what competition it is. Because if it's the Olympics, it's real. Because you're just happy to get a medal.
Okay.
Because all the training, all of the dedication, all the sacrifice, and if you make it on that podium at the Olympics,
I mean, really, is that people just want a medal?
I mean,
I would want a gold.
you do want to go. Obviously,
If I
you
get
want
a
to.
silver. I'm telling you,
You're not going to be. I mean,
a bronze, a silver.
it's the Olympics. Like there's
Man, I'm on some
differences.
championship. Man, I'm the best.
Like the Olympics is used to measure human standard and like human creation. So it's like if you come in second
Yeah.
or third in that,
Yeah.
I don't think that's anything to be like ashamed of. You know what I'm saying? If you get a bronze or a silver, I think that's, and I think it's just like the dedication. Like, you know, you finally, you know, maybe if you're if you're used to getting gold all the time, and then you maybe get a silver, then I
That's
can see
me.
you
I'm
being
used to
upset.
getting
But
gold.
if it's like your first medal and you're like bronze or silver, then
Yeah.
fine. But I mean,
Yeah.
you got to take it as it is. Like track and field is like you show up and anybody can show out. You got to be on your A game. If you're on your B game and I'm on my A game, I'm gonna beat you. And you could beat me all year, but if you run bad this one race, I'm gonna beat you.
You're checking out Willie D Live.